Hey guys, it's your girl, Lyriqk'l. I just wanted to come on and have a discussion about some things. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy you decided to join me, and that's heartfelt. Like, I'm really happy you guys decided to join me. To my old subscribers, hello. I know it's been a while. I've been gone for a minute. Sorry about that. Just life happens. And to my new subscribers, thank you so much for watching. Go ahead, like and subscribe, and just comment how you like the content or what you'd like to see. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. For those of you who looked at my old videos versus my new videos, this is 2019. It is February, and a lot has changed. I've lost over 400 pounds. I did have the duodenal switch, which is a type of gastric bypass. It is one of the oldest types. At the time that I had it, it was only 7 surgeons in the United States that knew how to perform that type of surgery. And I was considered very high risk just because of the numerical part of my weight. I had a couple comorbidities, which are things like low thyroid function, high blood pressure, stuff like that. They call them comorbidities for those not in the weight loss community. But it wasn't anything huge or drastic or anything. I was still working 2 or 3 jobs. I was doing well. The main reason I decided to lose weight is to have a healthier life. People in my family are larger. I come from a line of larger size people. I took after my dad's side, more so than my mom's, and it didn't bother me. I never really felt some type of way about it until somebody else tried to make me feel inadequate. I'm sorry about my voice. It's been going in and out for about 6 months now, but it's just interesting being on this side of the spectrum, because I've always been larger ever since I was a little girl. So I know that's an oxymoron, but ever since I was younger, I've always been on the larger side, and it feels interesting to be on this side of it. So that's a great achievement. But I won't romanticize it. And a lot of people have been asking me, you know, about weight loss surgery and how I feel about it, different things of that nature. It's been 9 years this year. This December will make 9 years that I had my surgery in Houston, Texas, with the wonderful Garth family. Garth Davis and Robert Davis, father and son team. If you're old enough to remember, there was a show back in the day called Big Medicine before weight loss surgery became popular, and they were the father and son duo that ran that show. So it's just interesting. They were wonderful. They were very accommodating. They were very warm, and they held my hand through the whole process. That's when I was living in Texas. I would drive that hour to go see them at my appointments and to have my surgery and everything, but everything turned out well. I cannot honestly say that I have had any setbacks based on my actual surgery or because of my surgery. I've had some deficiencies as far as like potassium, magnesium, but it's because I was hard-headed. It's because I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do, and it wasn't because of anything that the surgery initiated or anything of that nature. My iron was low. I was anemic before I had surgery, so of course that continued. That's something that continued. It hasn't been better or worse. It's just dependent upon my eating habits and different things of that nature. So just a quick update for those. I just wanted to give you a quick update. Excuse me, for those who wanted to know how it was going. It's going wonderful. No problems. Haven't had any complications or anything of that nature. I'm really glad I had the surgery. I think a couple years out of surgery, I found out that I was born with a heart defect. I had 3 holes in my heart. And there's only 2 types. I had both types. So as a result, they were able to do the imaging and see the defect in my 30s. And that was awesome because when I was larger, they weren't able to see that. I had had so many tests and different things on my heart. I even had a stress test before the actual surgery. Because if you fail the stress test, they will not do surgery on you. If you fail the psychological exam, they will not do surgery on you. There are a plethora of tests that you have to even pass in order to be considered in a condition to have the surgery. It's not an easy walk. I had to lose weight before I had surgery. Different things of that nature. Change my eating, change the way I think, all of that. But the imaging software or the x-ray machines, CAT scans, CT scans, as everybody else knows them as, MRIs, they only really accommodate people up to a certain size, like 250 pounds, 300 pounds maybe. And I was 498. So a lot of the testing that was done would come back inconclusive. And they would just let it ride and then let it go. So I thank God. I am thankful and grateful to God that they were able to find that condition. I had been diagnosed with asthma prior to my surgery. But it wasn't asthma. It was the holes in my heart. And nobody knew that. Nobody could tell. Nobody could diagnose that because I was so large. So I'm very grateful for that. I'm not taking any inhalers or anything like that. I'm actually having issues talking now because, like I said, my voice goes in and out. And at work, I talk all day. And I just got off, so. But I could not rest until I spoke with you all. But that's just an update. But to add to that, me having lost over 400 pounds, me having gained a new sense of identity, a new confidence, I wasn't really ever low self-esteemish or low on self-esteem or self-worth or anything like that. Because I'm a Dorsey girl, and I always felt like I was fly regardless to what size I was at. But I'm just a lot more outgoing because I don't run out of gas as often. I do a lot more, so it's cool, and I'm quicker to go after my dreams. Like if I dream of doing a class, or if I dream of doing an activity, whether it's something charitable or whatever, I'm quicker to do it. I'm quicker to get in people's faces like, hey, this needs to be addressed. Let's do this. That's about it. That's pretty much the major difference besides clothing and shoe sizes. That's pretty much it. But I will tell you this, and I'm not trying to make this video like super long, but in losing weight, there are other things you can lose. A lot of people lose their selves. like their identity. Like, I had a problem for quite a while. Like, okay, I've always been this curvy, big girl. Oh, she's pretty in the face and she has a nice little hourglass shape, this, that, and the other. And I was solid, so I didn't have a problem finding people that were into me or whatever. But I never had a problem getting boyfriends or nothing like that. But it was like, okay, now I'm just the average black girl. Like, what now? And I got a new shape. I'm pear-shaped now. So it's like, how do you dress this new body? How do you... And it was like an identity thing, whereas I really had to sit and think about, oh my goodness, what now? You know, and I went through that thing for a minute. And even, trying to fix my light, and I don't know what, the sun is going down. And it's cold outside. And even as far as losing things, I saw a lot of people that had that surgery or a similar surgery, and they lost themselves. Like, they became so turned up, always going out, always eating this, always eating that. It's like they went ballistic, went crazy, bro. Like, I was just like, okay. But thank God I never went through that. Like, my family kept me grounded. My family is the type of family, like, if you don't sit your down somewhere, and I never went through that because I didn't want to hear it. But they start drinking, they start kicking it, they getting all this newfound fame. All the guys that wouldn't talk to them before, all of a sudden giving them rhythm, and it's like, I never had that problem, so that was never an issue for me. Thank God. But some people lose themselves in it, and it's not a cure-all. It's a tool. Just like going to the gym, getting on the elliptical or the bike or whatever, it's a tool to help you. It's a tool to further you in your plight to lead a healthier life. That's what it is. A lot of people just misunderstand, like, oh, she did it the easy way. Nigga, please. There wasn't nothing easy about that. It wasn't nothing easy about waking up and feeling like a 2-ton truck done hit you in the middle of the desert, and they left you laying in the street with your entrails hanging all out, and you having to climb back to safety in desert. It was not comfortable. Wasn't nothing funny about trying to lose weight before surgery. Like, dude, if I could lose weight on my own, why am I having a surgery? So, I mean, there was nothing easy about that. So, and even afterwards, recovery, different things like that. One of my biggest losses is having a lunch date with my husband and me looking and saying, you know, things are a little bit different. What's up with you? And him saying, oh, nothing. And I'm like, nah, you gotta come better than that. I know you better than that. And him saying, I love the person that you are. I'm just not physically attracted to you anymore. Wow. And here I am, a newlywed. So, needless to say, I decided that wasn't for me. I didn't want to stay with someone that looked at me like, ew, you know, you're not attractive to me anymore. And I know his preference was 300 plus and different things of that nature. And I was, at the time he told me, I was swiftly getting under that 300 mark. Like, I wasn't even as small as I am now, but he was just like, I'm not attracted to you anymore, and you have a beautiful personality, you have a beautiful spirit, but you don't do it for me no more. And it was like, oh my God, I heard of people losing their husbands because of losing weight and doing different things and stuff like that. But I thought that was only for the people that went crazy and turned up and stuff like that. But it wasn't. It was for me at that point. So I was a divorcee within a year of getting married. So that was hard. I took that loss. And along the way, it was very difficult because I could not celebrate the small victories. Like, oh my God, I could cross my leg. Da 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 da. You know, big people, I don't know if y'all know, but big people rejoice in that, okay? When they lose weight and they're able to sit with their legs crossed, man, you just be like, oh, I'm fly. But, or, oh my gosh, I went down a couple pant sizes, or, oh my goodness, this happened. I was able to sit in this chair and da 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 da. You know, big people are some of the smartest people that I know. We calculate everything. Will that chair hold me? How many steps is it from here to there? Can I do it without looking stupid and breathing very, 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 very hard? How many people are between here and there? And will I have to have the embarrassment of somebody staring at me because my thighs are rubbing together or because my butt jiggles or whatever? Big people calculate that. You know what I'm saying? When we get on a plane, are these plane seats gonna fit me or do I need to buy 2 tickets? I was very calculating and constantly thinking, oh my goodness, what is that chair made of? Is it wood or is it steel? Is it any reinforcements? If I fell, would I have to roll and get up? I mean, y'all just don't know the mental torment that some big people go through. You know what I'm saying? Do I want to put myself in that social situation? Who all gonna be there? If you have a big friend that asks that all the time, who all gonna be there? But anyway, losing weight, you take a lot of losses. So I not only lost my husband and my best friend, he was my best friend, because and when we broke up, I felt like I couldn't be close to him anymore because hey, I don't think something as superficial as how much I weigh should make you not want to be with me no more. Or were you really with me because I was a commodity, or were you with me because you really loved me as a person? And then we would get into arguments about his child. Like, you gotta do better with her. You don't want her going through what I went through, and this, that, and the other. And she was a large person too. And it's like, hey, you need to get a hold of that while she's young, and you know she can run and different stuff like that, and she don't have to go through a lot of the things we as adults, big adults, go through. Don't let her go like that. So it's like, we're not even friends. We don't even talk anymore. It's like we're not even on the same planet. And then he went and married. I found out on my 600-pound life that he got married to someone that I considered a friend at one time, because she was larger. So it was like, bam, bam. You not only lost your guy best friend, you lost your girlfriend, your female friend, and you lost your child, because he had a child that I had nurtured since she was a very young child. We were together a lot of years before we got married, like close to 10. And I lost her too. And so it's like, be prepared to take losses, even if you are doing something that will better your life, even if you're doing something that will save your life, even if you are doing something that will enhance your life. Count the cost. Sit and think. If I have to do this alone, will I still do it? And I thank God that I had the strength to say, you know what? It is what it is. Regardless of whether he leave or not, I'm going to strap myself up. I'm going to pick myself up by the bootstraps and go on about my business. Come to find out, he was texting old girl while I was recovering from the surgery. So it's like, you felt this way, or you saw this coming a long time off and just didn't say anything. You weren't honest enough. You know what I'm saying? And like I tell guys who start whining and stuff like that, like, nigga, grab your nuts and say what you really mean. Say how you really feel. Let's just keep it 100% real, because if we can't keep it real in a marriage, we can't keep it real in a lifetime. You feel me? Count the cost. There are people who stopped being my friend because they loved the fact that I was big. They loved the fact that they felt as if I was inferior to them, even though I could pull more niggas than them, even though I had more money than them, even though I had more clout than them and more notoriety than them. They felt because I was big, I was somehow inferior to them. I lost those friends, and I thank God that they are gone. I thank God that they were weeded out in its process. I thank God that I don't have to deal with them anymore. So I'm saying that to say this: count your cost of whatever decision you make. Even if it's a decision to better yourself, count the cost. All losses aren't bad losses. I tell people, they be like, you married? I be like, no, I lost that weight a long time ago. Not that marriage was a weight, but the fact that I married someone that was so shallow to the point that if I lost weight, he felt like that he couldn't have a handle on me that he had before. He felt like inadequate because he didn't have to help me up off the couch or anything like that. The devil is a liar. I love my independence. I love being free, and I will walk in my freedom at any cost. So I say this to say, I said that to say this: love yourself enough to make decisions that you say to yourself, even if I have to walk this journey alone, even if I have to do this by myself, even if I have to lose those I hold so dearly and so near to my heart, I will do it, because this is something that I need. All right? I love y'all. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and pass it on. Share it. If you have somebody that needs to be encouraged and needs to know that, hey, regardless of what you're going through, you are beautiful. You are worthy. You are magnificent. You are wonderfully made. You are worth it. You are worth it. Don't just exist in life. Live this life. God blessed you with it for a reason. I love you all, and we're going to have more talks, all right? Love you. Bye.